Alright, I should be live in a moment. I do have to fix. There we go. I have my chat on screen now. Yep, I am live. I am sorry it took a while. Alright. Hello, hello. Hello. I know some of you guys were in stream earlier. Hi everyone. Sorry it took a little while for me to get live again. It took a little bit longer to record that video and post it. And I also had to get dinner. You're hunting right now. Good luck, Gone Forever. Hi Guilty. Hi Gone Forever. Hi Raptor. Hi to Solitherians. Hi Yeri. Hi Ghost. Hi Caitlin. You're so excited? Me too. Hi Little Ghost. Hi Macy. Hi Misfortune. You're about to go hunting again? I am really excited. I'm gonna head to hunting. You can't wait for the summer and donkey event? Me too. I'm really excited for donkeys now that the spawn rates have adjusted. Hopefully, I'm able to catch one because I think they would be really, really cute. Alright, give me 1 second. I have to double check some settings real quick. Okay. There we go. Oh, you're on summer break now, Yuri. That's really good. Oh my gosh. You must be so relieved. School can be super, I don't know, not fun and stressful at the end. It depends. Like, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. But I'm glad you're on summer break now, so you get a chance to relax. Hi, Little Ghost. I'm going hunting. Hi, Doge. Hi, Kelly. You're not late. I just started. It took me a little longer to get started again. I needed to go get some food, and it took a little longer to record. You're glad you're on break too? Your teacher was kind of mean. I'm sorry. Hopefully next year you have different teachers. Hopefully that helps. That you don't have to have the same teacher. You found a Palomino Frisian in the market. That's really good, Gone Forever. Ghost says you already caught an IUH. That's awesome. Yeah, it's about the same chances, a little bit more common than when we have a boost usually. It is not a boost, Kelly. It's just permanent increase. So our permanent spawn chances for IUHs are, as of right now, 1 out of 1,000. So it's not on a time limit. Don't worry, Doge. It's alright. Thank you for hopping on, though. Okay, I'm gonna use pink lemonade today. And let me put on my horseshoes. Aw, thank you, Yeri. Yeah, I have been changing it like every month. So I have one set for like the middle of June. You caught a neon purple bay icy. Ooh. Wait, you needed that for your log too? That's really good, Ghost. Hi, anime girl. You caught a pearly red. Your first pearly red? Congrats, Gone Forever. Little Ghost is gonna go hunting. Wish you luck with the new 1 out of 1,000 spawn chance. I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you catch something. I am super excited. I don't know what islands I want to hunt on. I'm gonna do Forest and Blizzard. Thank you, Doge. Yes, Kelly. Good, gone. Take the pearly reds. You don't want them, says Ghost. Should you take a pic of it? Yes! That's a great idea. Hi, Beatrice. Alright, let's see if my luck is better. The last, like, 2,000 horses I was catching, I did not catch anything, but we do have to increase spawn chances. But during the boost, I caught, like, I used 4,000 lassos, and I caught all 4 IUHs during the first 2,000. So the last 2,000 was not lucky for me. So And that was with the, like around the same spawn chances we have right now. So I'm hoping my luck's a little bit better. I'm gonna stay to low tiers for a little bit though. Why did I go this way? It is not another boost, LMK, JNM. It is a permanent spawn chance for IUHs right now. The spawn chance for IUHs has been changed to 1 out of 1,000 permanently. Well, as of right now, but like not with a boost. When we have boost, there'll be 1 out of 500. Hi, Emma. What's up, Kelly? Should you want to get some IUHs, but you're never motivated to hunt? Beatrice, hopefully this helps, because this is like a spawn chance increase in general. It's not like a boost or anything. So whenever you are motivated or whenever you feel like catching a little bit, you can always catch a little bit and hopefully you'll get lucky and catch like an IUH. Yes, I think you should post it Gone Forever if you want to, but I do think you should post it. Why did the developers decide to make the spawn chances better for IUHs? So you can see it in Trick's post. I also go over it in my last video, but basically because there's a collection log, Trick thinks that it should be more accessible for new players. They want the rarer horses to be based on your effort in the game and not luck or spawn chances, and since IUHs are considered one of the valuable types of horses right now, they want to make it more common so people can actually start finishing the log and the rarer horses can be like horses that take more effort to get into the game. So I assume by more effort they mean like the older horses, because that's usually what's going up in value, but yeah. Post it. Ooh, I want to see it. Am I okay to look at it? Gone Forever on stream? You're hunting on the high tiers. I wish you luck, Raptor. It would be easier to catch. Yeah, they want it to be easier for newer players. Or like, players who don't grind as much. A lot of people haven't caught IUHs even without the boost. Yeah, that's true. Flaming. I am in a private server right now, Anime Girl. I'm sorry. Every 1,000 horses you catch, you have a higher chance of catching an IUH. That's not exactly how it works, Emma. The chance is 1 out of 1,000 for an IUH to spawn, but it's not a guarantee. So sometimes you can catch like 1,000, over 1,000 horses, and you might still not get an IUH. But on average, it just means 1 out of every 1,000 horses that spawns in might be an IUH. Keep in mind, a lot of players don't look at every horse. A lot of players don't check every spawn point. So yeah. You got a black blanket perch. Ooh, that sounds gorgeous, Kelly. I think I saw one a little bit later. Of course, Yuri. Do you know what the spawn chance was before? So we were assuming that the spawn chance was 1 out of 5,000. And that was the last update we got November last year. But Trick changed it and didn't tell anyone, so it actually was 1 out of 2,500. So now the spawn chance is 1 out of 1,000, which is less than half of that. Within 1,000 to 1,200, you have a better chance of catching an IUH. Flaming, you might know how that works better than I do. I just know the chances are increased. But yeah. You love this because you don't want IUHs because they're rare. You want them because they're beautiful. Yeah. I know a lot of players love how pretty IUHs look. You have 2 IUHs, but you only caught 1 IUH. You caught 11k horses in total. Wow. That is a lot. I don't know how many horses I'm on. 28,000? Yeah. But it also depends when you've been catching. A lot of players haven't caught in the past while. I know some older players have been catching a lot when they started the game. It really depends. But hopefully you catch some more, Beatrice. You're about to hunt on Lunar and Volcano. Wish you luck. Good luck, Misfortune. Hopefully you can catch something. Can show the stream? Okay. I wanted to go check it out. Ooh, okay. Let me show the stream. So Gone Forever posted a video of theirs, and they're going to the collection log, I believe. There we go. Oh my gosh, Pearly Red! And you just caught it. That is so cool. Let me put a link in chat if anyone wants to go see that video. Didn't he also lower it to 1 out of 1,250? That was during the boosts flaming. We just didn't know that. Everyone was assuming during the boost we had 1 out of 2.5k. Because we were under the assumption the regular spawn chance was 1 out of 5,000. He hasn't given us an update since November of last year. So when he announced that actually the spawn rate was not 1 of 5k, it was 1 of 2.5k, and then during boost it was 1.1 out of 1,250, like you just said. Oh, of course, Anime Girl, I hope I get to play alongside you in Roblox again soon. Hi, Emmy. So many. You're almost to 40k wild captures. That's awesome, Raptor. You just posted some of your art on your community tab. Ooh, yes. I would love to check it out. Maddie. Oh, this is awesome. Oh my gosh. Alright, this is Maddie's art. You're drawing a dragon. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, you're really, really good at drawing. I love your art style. Alright, let me see if I can get a link to. There we go. Yes, if anyone wants to check it out, this is the link to Maddie's in the chat right now. Hi, Naku. You noticed it looked unusual red because it was dark? Yeah, depending on the lighting, the pearly red can look different. Am I the only one who thinks the 1 out of 1,000 buff is actually a bad decision? I know some people probably won't like it, Naku. I've seen mixed things. You're not the only one, though. There are some people on socials definitely having a back and forth discussion about it right now. It's gonna help the economy, but it might just get worse. I don't know. Ignore the background noises, it's okay. Aw, thank you, Anime Girl. You're so happy, says Gone Forever. I am so happy for you. It isn't gonna stay at 1 in 1,000. Trick will change it depending on how many people end up catching IUHs. Yeah. Well, okay, for now it's 1 in 1,000, but it might slightly go up or down. Is he cute though? He's very cute. I'm in a private server right now, Anime Girl. I'm so sorry. If you find another one, that would be super lucky, Gone Forever. I'm hoping you do. But it's not like a boost flaming. Flaming gacha, it's not like a boost. So when Trick says they'll change it, it's not gonna be like in a couple hours, you know? It'll be dependent on like how many people catch, probably long term. Again, when he changed November, think of it like this. He changed the rates to 1 out of 5,000 in November, and then he said the past couple of months since we've had boosts, they've been half that, and he didn't tell anyone. So that was since, like, let's say February, because the first one was after the Valentine's event. So it still took him a couple months to determine, like, hey, let's actually start changing the rates. So it's not like a temporary thing. That's why I say permanent, as in, like, it's not during boost and it's not gonna be changed, like, within a couple hours, you know? It took you 2 hours? That's an amazing drawing. 2 hours? That is so good. You bet your next IUH will be either Emerald Mossy or Tiger Stripes. Hopefully not Raptor. Hopefully you get an Amethyst or something cute. You got an IUH? Congrats, Chester. Rare code. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me see what Chester caught. Ooh, they caught a red done at Tobiano with pearly pink. That looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Ah, that's so good. You just caught it too when they changed the spawn rates. That's awesome. Congrats, congrats. What should his name be, says Gone Forever? For your pearly red? It's up to you. I don't know if I have a good name suggestion. Ooh. I kind of like the name Sunrise for, like, pearly red because it has a really good, like, fade. IUH spawn rates 1 out of 1,000. Yes. It has been changed to 1 out of 1,000. During boost, the rate will be 1 out of 500, he said. Yeah. That's why the spawn rate will at least be that till a boost starts, I assume. Your streams are amazing. Aw, thank you, anime girl. Bye, Pebble. It's your second pearly pink. Ooh. Oh my gosh, the pearly pink luck. Yeah, I haven't caught a pearly pink. I think that's very lucky, but I know it's not a new hair for your collection log, which is a little disappointing. Hopefully you catch another hair soon, though. Do you like hunting on Royal, Chester? I like Royal, but I don't have the best luck on Royal. Spawn chance is 214k? Whoa. Bye, Yeri. Raspberry Brownie? That's a cute name, too. Show Chester's catch? Yes, I can do that. Okay. This is the one that Chester caught. Pearly pink or red done Tobiano. You're staying in the server? Hopefully it's lucky Gone Forever. You can use your private server for Royal. Hopefully it'll give you luck. Aw, that's sweet. I don't know if I will, but I'll try to get some more Royal hairs eventually. Pearly pink, I do like. It's not like my absolute favorite. I think I got the ones on Royal I was really looking for, which was cow print, but I don't know. I feel like leathery is underrated, so I would love to catch a leathery and a pearly pink, even though pearly pink isn't my fave. You named him Sunrise. 12 self-caught, Forever Home. That's awesome. I'm glad you like the name Gone Forever. You caught your honeycomb perch, like 100% pure on Royal. Ooh, you guys have some really good Royal luck. Why am I going this way? There's no horse this way. You really want a Royal IUH, says Maddie. Hopefully you can catch one. Ghost said, good job, Chester. No, for real. Chester's always catching too. Royal's your bestie. For me, I think it's jungle and mountain. Probably mountain. I love hunting on mountain. I'm doing the low tier islands because, honestly, I just need the hairs on here. And I feel like during boosts, I always hunt on high tiers. You caught your first IUH a few months ago, says Sacred Seasons. A leathery black thoroughbred. No plans of getting rid of her ever. That's a great idea, honestly. I never get rid of my self-cots either. I am way too sentimental with them. But I have not gotten rid, traded, sold anything with any of my self-cots. I'm way too sentimental with mine too. You're totally not paying someone in IUH to teach you to run mountain? Aw. Chester, I could always teach you. You don't have to pay someone for it. It's alright. I think I've also gone over it a little bit in like live streams. But I love running mountain. Also, there's a lot of YouTube videos and like TikToks and stuff. Out of your first self-cots, you got 3 on mountain. I love mountain with like a passion. Oh my gosh, the lag is kind of real though right now for me. I should have probably closed my Roblox before I started hunting, but because sometimes when I like close and reopen Roblox, it helps. Park. Hold on, give me a second. Let me close Discord because usually keeping that in the background also makes me lag. You taught 3 people how to run it. A Shire on a low, yeah. Really? Letting them join me and running it with them. You're a pro at teaching it now, apparently. It depends on how you want to run mountain. I run mountain a little bit differently than most people. Oh, there that horse is. Another high tier on Blizzard. IUH hunting as Gubby, because if you get an IUH with the white in its hair, you're gonna name it Gubby. Aww, it's awesome. You don't know how to take care of horses in game? So for example, like my horse right now needs to be brushed. You can see that. So you go into your inventory and under equipment, you'll have a brush. You can equip it. And if you try to brush, it'll say you can't brush while riding. So you do have to get off your horse and then you can take care of it. And wait for the animation to be over, and that's how you take care of your horse. It helps with your bond, but it doesn't do much else. Unless you really want your bond with your horse, but it's the same thing if your horse is thirsty or if it needs its hooves picked. All those can be found under the equipment. If your horse is hungry, then you have to go to food, and you can pick up food around different islands. I want to see how you run it. I think I've ran it in like different live streams. I've like shown how I do it. But yeah, I do it a little bit differently. I think my way is more efficient. I usually can run mountain in like 3-4 minutes. If I'm really trying, 3. But that's my personal opinion. I'm also biased because it's the way I like to run it. So, of course, I'm gonna be biased, you know? Yours needs to be brushed too, says Raptor. Yeah, I don't take care of my horses super well in this game. I kind of ignore their needs unless it's like an event where I get extra points or something. Where did the other spawns go? This is a second. I literally missed one and I don't know how. You want to catch a Frisian IUH so bad, it's your dream, Horus? I hope you do, Misfortune. That would be awesome. I know a lot of people love the Frisians. I would love to get a Frisian, but I don't know if I'll get another high tier. Hi, Patience. Aw, thank you, Anime Girl. I love chatting with you too. You can run your route in like 5 or so minutes with a fully trained non-PBOG Arabian with good tack. Ooh. See, I don't use Arabians. I use thoroughbred, so that might be why mine's a little faster, but it usually depends. If I have like its favorite food on or something, or like a speed buff too, it's a little bit faster. But I do a couple drops that like whenever I'm explaining Mountain, some people don't like. Mountain is like one of the ones where either you have to backtrack or you have to do some drops from cliffs and stuff. And so it really depends on how you prefer to do it. Your dad's girlfriend brought you McDonald's? So you haven't ate before today, so you scarfed that down? Aw, that's sweet of her. That was very nice of her. We were talking about McDonald's when I was streaming earlier today. Like an hour ago or something. Yeah. Sometimes you're just craving McDonald's. I had Alfredo pasta with sausage for lunch, and then I have some chicken and potatoes and rice on the stove for dinner right now. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'll probably eat after I finish stream. So in like several hours from now. It'll be like a midnight dinner for me. You want Forest 24/7 because you want a pearly green IUH? Same. Same. Literally same. I was grinding Forest and Desert back to back because I really wanted pearly green or a ruby or a zebra stripe. But yeah. Or regular pearly on Forest. Your horse, I'm hungry, me in a minute. Aw, Maddie. You collect Frisian, says Misfortune. Yeah, I hope you get a Frisian IUH. That would be amazing to add to your collection. Aw, thank you, Anime Girl. Oh my gosh, you are so sweet. I really do appreciate it. Anime Girl said we all want to see you smile, which is like the sweetest thing I've heard in a while. Oh my gosh. Your sister got a black emerald Frisian as her 5th self-caught, and then a seal brown emerald Clyde as her 19th. Emerald likes her. Whoa, those are really good. Yeah, jungle and like the higher tier islands, you're a little bit more likely to get a higher tier breed, which is good. But yeah, emerald is really pretty. I do like emerald. The gems aren't my absolute favorite, but I do like them. They are so pretty. Especially with like your settings, right? They look gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, the shine just looks really pretty. Every time I see the gem hairs, they kind of remind me of like those crinkly wrapping paper. Which is why I don't think they're like my absolute fave. I don't mean that in a mean way, I mean that in the best way possible, but yeah. Especially like the blue, I don't know, the diamond. Okay. What horse was I riding? Pink Lemonade. Are you sure the spawn rate's 1 out of 1k? Yes, Pebble. It is 1 out of 1k. It has been confirmed. Trick, the developer, has mentioned it. They also put a note at the bottom saying that yes, it is real. The spawn rates have changed. So whether you have an old server or a new server, or whether you restart your server, your spawn rate has changed regardless. You don't have to restart your server or anything. You lost your balance, but but you caught yourself. That's good, anime girl. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. You're gonna prepare your dinner, which is pho. That sounds so good, anime girl. Yes, Raptor. I definitely need to keep training. You're sure you would have caught an IUH by now? What do you mean, Pebble? Did you already catch 1,000 horses? Usually that takes quite a bit. If I'm streaming, I usually catch like 100 horses an hour, which is lower than what I usually do, but that's about how many horses I catch. So 1,000 horses would take me about 10 hours if I'm streaming. If I'm not streaming, maybe a little bit quicker, but it would still take me several hours. Well, that's using bronze lassos. Hold up. If you're using like, I don't know, prismatic or moonstone or something, you'll definitely be faster than me. But yeah. It is definitely 1 out of 1,000. Keep in mind it's not a guarantee too, Pebble. Like, just because you caught like 1,000 horses does not mean like you will catch an IUH for sure. It's not like a guarantee. Sometimes your luck depends, and sometimes you can catch like 1,000, 1,200, something like that, and still not get an IUH yet. But hopefully you will soon because of the increased chances. Ooh, Emmy, did you catch an IUH? You're really happy? I'm happy for you, Gone Forever. You found an OG Arabian. That's really good, Kelly. You can also breed that, and then hopefully you can make some of your other horses, or Arabians, OG. Well, Arabians. You caught an IUH! Oh my gosh. That is really cool. Emmy, what IUH did you catch? If you don't mind sharing. Same time. If you're gonna be inappropriate, I'm just gonna not answer though. I didn't realize you were trying to be inappropriate, and so now they're just blocked, but okay. But yeah. Honestly, that's just not nice, but it's also immature, so it's like the eye cup thing. Remember when people were trying to get others to say that? I don't know. I think as like a person who does streams and stuff, I just try to be as kind as I can. If people are gonna try to like, I don't know, humiliate others or be rude like that, that's up to you. Ultimately, it just shows that like some people want to be immature, which I mean, good for them. I have had like some weird questions though, so I usually take them seriously. I don't expect them to. People aren't very kind to others, yeah. Lissy says, hi, I feel like Trick is always trying to get me to stay awake with the time he updates. Just about to go to bed, not anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's not a boost though, Lissy, so definitely, like, I don't think it's super urgent, but it definitely is a motivator for a lot of players to hunt right now, even though it's, like, pretty late for a lot of y'all, including myself. Gubby's chase theme in Forsaken hits different. I still haven't heard it. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I really need to listen to the Forsaken music. Any names for a Pearly Blue IUH? Ooh. Wait, is that what you caught, Emmy? What breed and what coat? I can maybe give some name suggestions. Blackout? What do you mean, Raptor? Chances are lower than what's the boost have been before. You're confused about the whole thing, says Ducky. So originally from November last year, we thought the chances were 1 out of 5,000. So we were assuming during boost they were 1 out of half of that, 1 out of 2,500. But we didn't know that Trick actually changed them and didn't notify us. So the actual chances were 1 out of 2,500 regularly. And then with a boost, it was 1 out of 1,150. 1,250, sorry. So those were the old chances. Right now, the chances, Ducky, are 1 out of 1,000. And then if we have a boost, it'll be 1 out of 500. And they are lower than what the boosts have been before. Well, the regular spawn rate now is a little bit, it is a little bit more common than what we had with the previous boosts. A little bit. Blackout as a name? That would be a cute name. It's a Dutch. For a blue pearly Dutch, I would say maybe... Ooh. Ooh, maybe Pluto. I would suggest Pluto. Your cat is snoring extremely loud. Aw, Sacred. You're gonna go ahead and go. I hope everyone catches an IUH while the chances are lower. Have a great day or night and keep yourself safe. Aw, that's very sweet. Thank you, Sacred. I hope you have a great day or night as well. Lapis says you were hunting doing the same thing I was doing and you caught an icy blue standard bread. Ooh, congrats. That's awesome. Yeah, I like staying on island groups. I know you don't have to, but I tend to waste some time when I'm streaming, so I stick to island groups while I'm streaming. You also wanted a springy, and now IUHs are even more common, so it's harder to get. Yeah, that's me with a V1 Valfresian. I've been trying to trade one of my Arabian IUHs for a V1 Valfresian for a little bit. And now I'm like, it's gonna be a little harder. Of course, Ducky. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, I have the full post if you want to see it in my last video, Ducky. If you want to see, like, the numbers again. I know it's a little harder if someone is trying to just explain it. But if you're, like, visual, that might help. Or if you, like, want to read it yourself. Misfortune said you tried to trade your Clyde IUH for a V1 Val. Yeah. I'm gonna try in like trading servers probably once I finish stream. Because I've seen some go through for Arabian IUHs. I'm really hoping I can. You got a perfect mismatch free. You bred it yourself. Aw, that's awesome, Lapis. Congrats. Oh my gosh, that's really, really good. You're hoping you can finally catch your dream. I hope you can too. What's your dream IUH again, Ducky? I think you might have mentioned it, but I don't know if you did. But hopefully you catch an IUH regardless. And hopefully it is one of your dreams. Dreamies. Alright. I don't know if I'll catch anything on stream, but I'm gonna keep catching off stream too. I'm gonna stream for a couple hours though. I'm really gonna hope I can catch another hare on a low tier island. Because right now I have 2 hares on Forest and Blizzard, and I really would love to get some more hares for my collection log. Wanting any free IUH for a while, mostly a Leafy, Fading Black, or Moonstone, Fading Black. Yeah, I remember you mentioned like free, but I didn't know which one. Leafy, Fading Black, or Moonstone. Both sound really cute. I think I've seen a Moonstone, but like Leafy I don't usually see because usually it's a little bit harder since the low tier island. Guess what your dream IUH is? You already caught it. The event IUH, right, Lapis? You want one so bad. I hope you get one too, Misfortune. Hopefully. I'm really excited for when we get boosts after this change, because hopefully we will get a boost eventually with the 1 out of 500 chance, and that would be really fun to play during. You hope you get one with the mules and donkeys? Same. If we get a boost during donkeys, I would be super, super happy. I think my dream donkey IUH would probably be Sapphire. Because I really want to name a donkey IUH Eeyore. I really, really do. I want an Eeyore. I don't know what the coats will be on for donkeys either. I hope they're really cute. No IUHs yet, Pebble. I've only been hunting for like 45 minutes, so not a lot of time. And so, yeah, I don't know if I'll get one this stream, Pebble. Again, it's about the same chances as we've had for previous boosts, so whenever I'm hunting, like during the last couple of boosts, sometimes I get one on stream, sometimes I don't. The standard bread you got from Icy and the spawn chance is 1 out of 19 million. That's really good. How has it been 45 minutes? I feel like it's been 5. I do too. I really do too. You want an Eeyore too? Yes, V. Oh my gosh. I know a lot of people wanted to name like their donkey after like Shrek or something. For me, it's like Eeyore. When I think of donkeys, I think of Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore. You're catching a lot of red dun Marwaris. It's starting to get weird. Aw. I used to have like a Marwari curse during the last boost. I don't know if I still do. I don't think I do. But I literally caught so many Marwaris during the last boost. It was kind of insane. I was like, I don't know what the game is doing, but it's literally gonna drive me insane. Did I catch that? Hold on. Oh, I did catch all 3. Okay. Wait, why am I going this way? Alright. Eeyore is your fave? Yes, Eeyore is a mood. Your Pearly Red was on the first lap, not even 10 minutes in? That's so lucky. Oh my gosh, congrats, Gone Forever. I know sometimes I get them on the first lap, but it is always really special when you do get them on like the first or your last lap. I think both of those are super special. Because sometimes when you're really tired and you're just about to end hunting, this always happens to me, and then you see an IUH and you're like, oh, well. Or on your first lap when you're like, okay, I have the motivation to hunt, and you already see an IUH and it gives you even more motivation. You're sick with the flu and you're getting chips. Oh, I'm sorry, Lapis. Oh my gosh. Welcome back, Chester. Oh, thank you, anime girl. Your neon purple was the first spawn. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the first and last spawns are always super lucky. For me, I usually get last spawns more than I get first spawns. By last, I mean sometimes I just get tired after a couple hours and I'm about to switch islands or quit for the night or for the day. And then I end up seeing an IUH and I'm like, oh. And then I end up doing a couple more laps because I always do a couple more laps whenever I find something. Superstitious like that. Here we go, we have a herd. Ooh, you know what I'm excited for? Maybe the herd IUHs will be a little more common too. I know Whimsy, when I was streaming earlier, was also talking about like mismatch IUHs. Yes. If I get like a herd, or a mismatch IUH, oh my gosh. I will be so excited. You're getting a lot of chestnuts now. Yeah, I feel like my luck changes. I don't know what I'm getting a lot of right now, but I only started hunting recently, so it's definitely not gonna show like any trends currently. Thank you, anime girl. I'm excited too. Alright, let me swap back over to Blizzard. You were shocked? You didn't leave? What do you mean? Hopefully you don't leave. If you guys see an IUH on like your first lap, definitely take your time to like look over, especially if you're doing reset or something. Is that what you mean? But yeah, oh my gosh, I definitely get being shocked. Oh, you usually leave after you caught it? Ooh. Yeah, maybe, hopefully you get another one, but yeah. You'd love to catch some IUHs. Hopefully you can, anime girl. Your 29th or 30th self-caught will be a high tier. Hopefully, Raptor. I'm hoping. I would love to catch another high tier. I don't know if the game would give me one. If they do give me a high tier, it's probably not going to be on Blizzard or Forest, though. So I'm not really anticipating one. I just kind of want a new hair currently. I would love pearly green. Flowery. I would love a flowery. Any of the ices, I don't mind. Yeah. You hope your 31st self-caught will be another high tier? That's awesome. Wait, what was the last one you caught, Misfortune? What was your 30th? You might have already said it. I'm sorry if I forgot. Aw, thank you, anime girl. You have a paint horse curse. You caught 30 IUHs and you think like 8 have been paints. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I catch quite a bit of paints and appies for IUHs. I feel like I catch more paint and appy IUHs than I catch like quarter horses or something. It was a pearly orange quarter horse. Ooh, okay. When you said like another high tier, I thought your last one was a high tier. Hi, Asteria. I said your name right the last stream? Yeah, I do remember. It's Maya, right? Maya? Or was it Mia? Oops. Did I mess up? Mia. Yeah, Mia. I'm sorry. I love Pink Lemonade. He's so cute. Thank you. I literally, when I said Maya, I literally stopped and I was like, wait, no, I said it wrong. It was Mia. And you said, like, some people say Maya, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Thank you for reminding me, though. I know I got it right the first time last stream and I was, like, so excited. Hello, hello. Welcome back, Mia, though. Did I like the fan art I sent you? Yes, I loved it. Oh my gosh. Wait, Asteria, can I show it on stream? Sorry. I was like trying to catch that horse and it distracted me really badly. You did feel lucky and you do grind 24/7. Aw, that's awesome. Gone forever. Okay, let me pull it up. There we go. There we go. This is their fan art. They used another free to use base, but it is so cute. I love it. It's matcha cheesecake. You don't have your iPad and you're itching to play speed draw. I feel that goes. So cute. Oh my gosh. Very cute. I love it. Aw, that's awesome, Asteria. Thank you. Ooh, okay. So I caught this horse. I'm on 9, I think, for Blizzard. Yeah, 9th. There's like 12 spawns on Blizzard, so sometimes I just count where I am. Nine, 10. There we go. I was really burnt out catching after the last boost. I honestly don't know how this motivated me so much. It's not even like a boost, it's just like a change to spawn rates, and I'm like, run. I don't know. I just don't want to burn myself out again because I do want to catch some more during the donkey update. But I definitely am gonna be getting back into catching because of this. Hi, Core. Have I caught any volcano IUHs, says Chester? Yes, I caught 2 pearly blacks. I have not caught anything else on volcano. You didn't get any IUHs since May 4th. It was red pepper. Aw, I'm sorry. I think my last one was like June 2nd, I want to say. So like 5 days ago. Yeah, sometimes you just go a while without catching anything. It also, for me, it depends on how much I catch. Because if I'm like catching every day, then yeah, I have a higher chance of catching something. But like this week, I've barely caught. I think I caught like 200 horses and I was like, I'm done. It finally seems realistic to complete the IUH capture log, kinda, says Pinky. Yeah. I know a couple people have already done it. Like I think 2 or 3. But yeah, I think it'll help a lot more players. I know some players are on their last like couple IUHs for the log. Your father burns himself out whenever he works and you have to tell him so many times that he needs to stop. Yeah. It's especially with like parents or like grandparents sometimes. Like if you have a family who works and they're a little bit older, there is that mindset of like, I need to keep going, and it tends to burn them out, but at the same time, it's hard to try to encourage them to take breaks. I know Tracy finished. Carolina was the other one that finished. And then I think, yeah, a lot of people know about Tracy because they're a content creator. Carolina finished, and then who was, hold on. You know how I can remember their name? They're probably over here somewhere. Shanae. Shanae had 1 left. I don't know if they finished. Yeah, I don't know. They only had Icy Black, but Blizzard wasn't giving them the luck. Hopefully now they have, but I don't know. You're gonna go hunt? I wish you luck, animal. It worries you so badly, yeah. Yeah. My parents are like that too. It's really hard, especially when, like, you also obviously have to work and get, like, your paycheck and stuff and pay bills and do things. My family lives paycheck to paycheck, so it's really hard when, like, you can't take a lot of days off because you're relying on that paycheck to pay certain bills and stuff like that. But yeah, you still do have to prioritize yourself, because at the end of the day, if you burn yourself out to the point where you can't work or you can't go to school and stuff, you're not gonna, like, be at your best, you know? And eventually it's gonna catch up with you and you're gonna have to be forced into a break, and then it's not really gonna be a break for you. Because you're gonna be more in recovery mode than break mode. But yeah. It's finding that balance is really hard, especially for, I think, a lot of people who are above my age, because they have that mindset to grow up with, like, you have to keep going, you know? You were at 3 health and being chased by the killer for like 30 seconds in Forsaken. Oh no, Maddie. You have a very big heart, so you care for a lot of people. Aw, that's sweet, anime girl. Thank you. Character looks like Strawberry Shortcake the doll. It's so cute. Aw. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. I was like, right now, I feel like Strawberry is like the spring theme. And then I have one set for June that I'm probably gonna change to. And then I'll switch in like July or something. But yeah. Right now, with it being like May, beginning of June, I was like, we're sticking with spring. We're doing strawberries. In Lunar, light pearly red kind of looks like pearly blue. Ooh, I didn't know that. I have to pull out like a pearly red horse on Lunar and see. Eventually. Yesterday you had some hand paint on your hand and you forgot to take it off. Your neck now has some random symbols on it, like smashed up unicorns and stars. Aw. I don't know if you guys know what like henna or mehndi is. It's like the um so it's basically kind of like temporary tattoos, but it's in a cone. So you're able to make like your own designs. It is a cultural thing. So my family always does like henna or mehndi. My mom does, and then I do too. There has Yeah, some people call it mehndi. My family grew up calling it mehndi, but like, henna is like the common word. Yeah, I spell it like this. Okay. It is very pretty, but we always do it, me and my mom, and there has been times, what you reminded me of when you said face paint, there has been times I slept with like a flower in henna on my hand, like wet, still like not fully dried, and I fall asleep and then I wake up with it on a random place, like wherever I touch in my sleep. So there has been a day, I think I was still in high school, I slept with like wet henna, like a flower on my hand, and I woke up because I sleep with my hand underneath my cheek with a flower on my cheek. And it took like a good week and a half to fade, but I just had this flower across my face, and I was like, that's fun. It's not really washable, you can't get it off your neck. Aw. Um, Ooh, if it's not washable, maybe some stuff that isn't washable, like maybe try an oil or something to remove it. If it still doesn't come off, I don't know. You might have to look into it, like search it up on Google. You're sick? Aw, gone forever. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were sick. I hope you feel better soon. You want to hunt, but you don't want to leave alive, so you won't hunt. Aw, Asteria, if you do want to hunt, I do recommend it. It isn't a boost or anything, so you're definitely not in a rush, though. You're gonna hunt first, worry about that later. Yeah, hopefully you can get it off. I hope so. Honestly, if you're at home, no one's gonna really mind, probably, if you have, like, something on your neck. You said it was, like, hold on. Yeah, unicorns and stars. Honestly, that's probably cute. You have 4 million after your auction this morning. Oh my gosh, Ghost, what did you auction? You joined a trading hub for 1 second and it's full of IUHs that were caught under an hour ago. Oop. You know, valid. You won't even be able to hunt. Aw. Wait, why, Asteria? Oh, your Wi-Fi. Oh no. He bought a Ghost Arabian from Ghost? Aw. You had 2 million to begin with, and it was just an inventory cleanout. Ah, okay. When you said like 4 million, I thought you auctioned off like some big horses or accessories or something, and I was like, that is, a lot. This live is so laggy for you because of your Wi-Fi. I'm sorry. You're on Trading Hub and you saw a girl with a mismatch free IUH. Oh my gosh, misfortune. That is crazy. That is so lucky. Oh my gosh. That's like the dream for a lot of players, like a mismatch IUH Frisian. Your server shut down. Oh no. I'm sorry, Caitlin. I don't know why. Unless you had like your server open for a couple days, like someone was on it and it was active for a while, it shouldn't shut down. Or, oh, you know when else the server shut down? When you're on renewal. Like if your server renews, it might shut down. Okay, I can't find this horse. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's in the water. That's why I didn't see you. There we go. You almost cried because someone penny bid and they didn't need it or felt bad, so they let you rebid. That's good. I'm glad that they let you rebid. I'm really sad you traded your first ever self-caught IUH, so you're trying to find another one with the same coat and hair for 1.7 mil, even if it's worth like 1.2. Aw. You need that mismatch-free IUH? Yeah, Asteria. That would be a dream for a lot of people. Pearly pink snowcap Abby. Ooh. It was caught like an hour ago? That's crazy, Misfortune. Mismatch Arabian IUH on this hunt. Ooh. Pinky. Oh my gosh. I definitely wish I could manifest that too. It was a friend, so you don't know. Yeah. They might have, if it was a friend server, they might have also manually shut it down for some reason. Pearly black is literally just pearly blue, so technically you have both. I mean, pearly black and pearly blue look a little different, if I'm being honest. Pearly black looks more grayish to me, whereas pearly blue looks more blue. Did my horse not follow me to the other island? That is disrespectful. There we go. Hold on. This is what I was doing though. No. Pearly blue, pearly black. They look quite a bit different. To me, at least. But I mean, honestly, you do you, Ghost. You used to own one like that and swapped it though. If you get it back, you'll let you know. Oh, for the pearly pink snowcap that Chester's trying to find. You're gonna go grab some water? Yes, go hydrate yourself, anime girl. Take care of yourself. Someone is trading a free IUH for an Arabian IUH. Wait, what Frisian is it? Because I would hikey maybe do that. And not with my black Arabia, don't worry. Not that one. You don't want to trade Moon or Luna? I wouldn't. That's a self-caught. I don't know. I'm more sentimental about self-caughts. Gone forever just means you were chatting a lot, which is good. I really appreciate it. I like chatting with y'all. You really want pearly black or prismatic? I would love a prismatic. Prismatic's gorgeous. Pearly black is really cute. I have the pearly black. One of mine is on like a black quarter horse, which I think is really cute. How many IUHs have I caught? Says Animal. 26 self-caught. Your horse be like, I don't want to hunt on forest. No, for real. You chat so much about your XP is at 0. I don't know how it works, Chester. I truly don't. I wish I did. I wish YouTube was more clear about it. You forgot what free IUH it was? Yeah. I would probably do that though. I mean, I have a Arabian IUH I've been trying to trade. Oh, Chester, the XP resets every stream, if that's what you mean. It resets every stream. It's not like consistent. It's every stream, it's a new XP thing. So it depends on how much you chat during that current stream. You ever heard I wish you luck? Ooh, you rammed your arm into the table, but you're okay? I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that must have been painful. If you get a new Arabian IUH you don't like, you're gonna trade it for a free IUH or the old events you're missing. Yeah, I'm having trouble trading mine that I have. I really want to get a V1 Valkyrie, but I don't know if I will afford it. I really do want to try though. The next IUH you find is gonna get filmed? That would be awesome. It's a Bay Ruby Arabian Asteria. Depends on what coat and hair it is. Yeah, I've seen some people get like V1 Valkyries for like a limestone or sandstone Arabian, or I saw a leafy Arabian get one. No, IUH on the hunt. Hopefully you get one soon. What's your favorite island to hunt on? Mountain. I love Mountain. It is so fun just going in a loop on that island. A perf IUH would be Ruby and Pearly Red. Yeah, that would be a really cute mismatch. I think Tracy got their first mismatch IUH and it's like Mossy and Emerald, and I was like, that is such a good combination too. When you get like the same colors. I think wasn't Mel's IUH like a... was it? No, it wasn't. I was like, it was Topaz and something, I think. Or was it like Diamond and Sapphire? Diamond and Sapphire would be so cute. Hi, JLK. You're working up to a mismatch. Hopefully you can find one gone forever. You're so tired, but you can't sleep. Aw, Animal. Do you mean you can't sleep because you're hunting, or you can't sleep just in general? I definitely get not being able to sleep in general. Oh, Lizzie, did you catch something? Mule, hi. Black Andy with Mossy and Emerald, yeah. I know that's what Tracy got, but I know there's an IUH that Mel got while Tamario was streaming. That was a really good combination too. You can't sleep in general? Aw. Yeah, that usually happens to me too. Usually I have to tire myself out or like overstimulate myself until I sleep. By overstimulate, I mean like listen to like a boring YouTube video and like, I don't know. An Arabian IUH? Ooh, let's see. Yes, I can inspect Pink Lemonade Asteria. Oh my gosh, congrats, Lissy. Wait, what hair did you get? What hair and coat? Oh my gosh. Mel's was Diamond Sapphire? Yeah, that's what I thought, Animal. Diamond Sapphire, and I was like, that's a perfect combo too. Volcanic, a black, a gray coat. That sounds adorable. Oh my gosh. That sounds perfect. You want a limestone sandstone mismatch, says Ghost? That would be gorgeous too. I think I think Chester had one. How do you catch an IUH faster? There's not really a way to catch it faster. It's just if you have like, this is what I do. I use bronze lassos. I use capture all method because I like making tokens. If you're trying to go for speed, some people prefer the reset method though, or if you're doing capture for speed, some people prefer higher tier lassos. But again, what I do is bronze, and I do capture all method, and I tend to stick to islands I either need Harris in or really feel like grinding at the time. But yeah, those would be my tips, I guess, or at least that's what I do. There isn't really a way to catch it faster. It just depends on how fast you're either capturing horses or resetting the island to reset the spawns if you're doing reset method. What did you say you might have caught? Not caught, Chester, but you owned like a limestone sandstone mismatch, right? I forget what breed. It was like one of the low tier breeds, like an Appy, I think. An Appy or a paint? I think it was an Appy. I don't remember. It's okay, gone forever. You were hunting on Volcano earlier, says Animal. Your third Arabian IUH, they just love you. Aw, that's sweet, Lassie. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. You caught a pearly red ruby, blue ruin Tobiano mismatched paint back in December. That's perfect too, Ducky. That's a really good combination. I don't love the blue roan with the red combo, personally. But the pearly red and the ruby is such a good combo for IUH mismatch. You're low-key tired? Aw. I would get some rest if you're really tired. Don't push yourself to keep catching it. You did get a really good catch already, too. Limestone, sandstone, perf, bay blanket, and mismatch IUH, yeah. So it was an Appy, bay blanket Appy. Someone was saying that sandstone limestone was their dream horse. That's why I was like, I think I saw a Chester owned one, but they traded for it, and I think it's, yeah. Any island you would recommend to grind? I personally think stick to islands that you know, but I know a lot of people really love jungle. If you want like a recommendation of an island to learn, because jungle has 19 horse spawns, so it is a really good chance to catch something just because there's so many horses on that island. A lot of people love jungle. If you're going for easy, like which islands would be easy? I know people love royal or desert or lunar for like easiness. Jungle loves you, yeah. I hunted a lot on jungle too. You hate giving up after catching an IUH? It's not right after you caught an IUH. You caught one quite a bit ago. I don't think that counts as giving up, but you can keep going. I just don't want you to push yourself too much. Oh, you traded him? Aw. That's okay, Chester. I remember you traded them, but, yeah. What island do you recommend to hunt on Wild Horse Islands? If you're a newer player, anime girl, I recommend Desert, Royal, Forest, or Lunar. Any of those. Whichever ones you have unlocked. If you are getting into hunting and you think you can learn a map that's a little bit more complicated, I recommend learning jungle. An hour 18 minutes. Can I name your IUH Arabian Pepsi after you? Aw, Lissy, that would be very sweet. I would love that. Of course you can. That is so sweet of you to ask. You're gonna do 1 lap on Lunar and Desert. I wish you luck. How many IUHs do I have, says Meal? I have, so I self-caught 26 IUHs myself, Meal. And I own about 38, but some of those are for giveaways, so really about like 35 are mine. Yeah, the ones for giveaways I usually post on my channel. I don't really count those as IUHs I own, if that makes sense. But self-caught 26, and I don't trade or sell any of my self-caughts. You only do 1 lap on Lunar and then Desert. Your dream mismatch is an amethyst and a topaz free. Ooh, that would be gorgeous, Asteria. I think if I had like a dream mismatch, it would probably be... Ooh, I don't know which would be my dream. Maybe like pearly pink and clear quartz? Or, yeah, sandstone limestone would be one of my faves. Ooh. I don't know what else would be like a really cute mismatch. You know what would be a dream for me? Flowery and pearly green. That's my dream mismatch. It took me a while to think of it, but that would be a dream for me. Jungle just gave you a bunch of high tears. Aww. You regret trading 2 of your self-caught IUHs. I'm sorry. Wait. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. It's like, did I catch that last horse? I did. You're still in shock? You're not expecting an IUH today, let alone an Arabian? That is awesome, Lissy. Honestly, yeah, I tend to think that I really believe in the superstition that you find IUHs when you're not looking for them. Or when you don't expect them. So when you don't expect a high tier is when you probably are gonna find a high tier or something like that. Oh my gosh, that is so cool though. Congratulations. Arabians are so cute. I don't know. I'm probably biased, they're my favorite breed. But I think volcanic black and gray is such a good combination. It's not a temporary rate, Lily. It is a change in the game. So the IUH chance is 1 out of 1,000, but it's not a boost or anything. If we have a boost, the rate will be 1 out of 500. But the new rate in general is 1 out of 1,000. Nacho said you just heard, you're so happy? Yes. Diamond Horses says good morning. For you, you just woke up. You fall asleep at 3 a.m. Aw. Good morning, Diamond Horses. Arabians your favorite breed too? Yes, they are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Luck is on your side, let's see. For the Arabians. Insane. You won't ever trade Luna or Moon, Dragon Fruit, and Devil. Yeah, I'm glad you still have your favorites, Asteria. You can't find any IUHs yet. You hope you catch one soon, says Caitlin. I hope you do too. If not soon, it's alright. It's not like a temporary boost or anything, so hopefully you catch one eventually. That's why I'm always like, y'all don't have to like freak out right now. We still have time. So if you're trying to catch something, it is a, I want to say permanent change, but I know permanent's not like a good word for it because the rates might be changed or adjusted, but it's like a actual in-game change. It's not like a temporary thing. You're gonna be on stream tomorrow. Aw, I hope I see you then, Natu. Don't worry, don't be sorry. You're not late, you're okay. Thoroughbred IUH, where you at? You're gonna hunt with me? Aw. I'd love that, Lily. Hopefully you get lucky and you catch something. You're trying not to fall asleep again. You were awake the whole night hunting, but you didn't catch anything. Aw, I'm sorry, Diamond. You're gonna go to sleep soon? Okay, gone forever. I hope you have a good night. Congratulations again, gone forever. Pepsi's favorite food is coconuts. What do you mean, Lissy? You're gonna mass capture the lows. Oh my goodness. Y'all didn't see me just fall down there. You just want a challenge and you got 20 pure. Oh, you just won a challenge. You got 24 pure freeze. Ooh, congrats, Lapis. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I'll go back to Blizzard. I know I missed some horses. It's alright. The horse, not you. Oh, okay. Sorry, Lissy, I completely read that as, like, me, and I was like, Can you tell it's, like, 11 p.m. for me and my brain isn't working properly? Wait, that's a really good favorite food, though. It's really good to, well, it's really, to me, coconuts is, like, one of the better favorite foods, because if you're getting, like, fruit tree seeds, you tend to get a bunch of palm tree seeds and apple tree seeds, too, while you're trying to get those. So they're usually pretty easy to farm. At least it's easier than a lot of other favorite foods in the game. Hi, Ashley. It's 2 a.m. for you, says Chester. Oh. You're probably gonna get enough money from catching to buy an IUH before catching one yourself. Honestly, true, Pebble. Like, that's how I got most of my tokens. But, hopefully you do get lucky and catch one. Has anyone had any luck? I know some people in chat have, Ezra. You can buy coconut seeds. Yeah, you can, Ghost. But I tend to grind for fruit tree seeds anyways, so I rather... Like, I usually get some seeds for palm trees regardless. And I don't have to pay for those because I'm already grinding for fruit tree seeds. I don't like doing, like, treasure chests for fruit tree seeds because it's not super consistent. But yeah. You only need a zebra stripe for desert. I wish you luck, gone forever. Yeah, I think zebra stripe's one of the ones I need too, but I'm always paranoid I'm gonna miss it. Have I played horse riding tales? I have not. Oh, you mean trials? Horse trials? I haven't heard of horse riding tales. If you mean horse trials, I have played. I just don't love the controls. I also prefer games where there's a lot more to do. I know it's an alpha for horse trials, but I probably won't play for a while until they add like some more interesting stuff, you know? And that's not like a bad thing, it's just I like grindy games. So if I can finish a game, I tend to not pick it up again. So I like to wait until there's enough stuff for me to spend some time. It's Horse Riding Tales, My Pet Life or something? I have not played that one. I haven't heard of that either. I have to look into it. For desert, zebra stripes and limestone, says Asteria. I need everything on desert except pearly red. Technically, my first self-caught is a ruby, but it's not in my collection log because it was in 2024 that I caught them. Shauna says, you have been playing for 3.5 years and you never catch an IUH? I'm sorry. I know if you've been playing for a while, the spawn chances haven't increased until the past like 6-ish months though. From like the old chances. So if you haven't played in a while, Shauna, I recommend maybe trying to catch right now. Like the spawn chances are 1 out of 1,000. And if we get a boost, it'll be 1 out of 500. So that's a really, really good opportunity to try to get an IUH if you're trying to catch. Hopefully you can. I wish you luck. Ooh, Emil got your first IUH. Congratulations. What goes in your collection log when you get a mismatch? You get both. Both up here in your mismatch. I think Tamaria has like a mismatch that had both new hairs for the collection log. But, yeah. If you don't have the hairs, you'll get both of them. Or if you don't have one of them, you'll get whichever one you're missing. It's midnight for you, Ashley. Yeah, I know for some of you guys, it's pretty late. For me, it is 11 p.m. Oh, Cece, did you find something? You need a new hunting method? What do you mean you need a new hunting method? Honestly, it's up to you if you want to switch methods. I know some people get bored of hunting a specific way, but you can always swap. To me, Ezra, like a lot of people like list a bunch of methods, but to me, I really only split them up into 2 groups, whether you're resetting or / refreshing or mass capturing / like capture all. Quick horse backflip, yeah. Sometimes if there's lag, your horse does a backflip. What's with this on the thumbnail? 1 of 1000k? Did I say 1000k? Oops. Hold on, let me check. I thought I just put like 1 out of 1,000, but did I mess up? I might have. No, I did 1 out of 1,000, I think. Yeah, I put 1 of 1,000 IUH spawn rate. There's no K. It's 1,000. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you have a 1 out of 1,000 chance to spawn to catch an IUH right now, without a boost, and then if there's a boost, it'll be 1 out of 500. Yeah. I usually don't put, like, I try not to put K in the thumbnails because it sometimes reads weird where like people look over it too quickly and they don't see the number. And also like it doesn't look as nice. So I try to use like the whole numbers unless it's like super large, then I'll do like whatever K. Ooh, Shauna, you got one. See, you just started catching and you're saying you haven't caught one in years and you just caught one. Congratulations. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Shauna literally just said, I haven't caught one. I've been playing for years and you just did. That's why I'm always like, y'all should hunt. Or, like if you have the motivation to, or if you like hunting. If you guys don't like hunting, I completely get it. I did not hunt for the first 6 months I played this game. But yeah. Honestly, you're not gonna, like if you're trying to get an IUH and trying to catch one yourself, you have to like spend some time catching or like try, you know? It's really hard when you're discouraged, but if you kind of give up, you're not gonna find one, you know? You got an IUH? Congrats, Cece. A Mossy Standard Red. Ooh, that's really cool. Chester says I love Mossies. No IUH for you yet, but you're not giving up, says Raptor. Yeah. I tend to, sometimes get lucky with IUHs, sometimes not. Don't give up. Hopefully you catch one soon. Ezra says, honestly, you're happy because you're so ready for IUHs to go down in value. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have opinions about the whole value thing. But yeah, that's because I don't trade. Like, I've never traded too much in this game. Everyone is catching one because the spawn rates are the best that we've had so far. Lily. That's why it's like really cool to catch one, or a lot of people are catching one right now. What island should you hunt on, says Ezra? I'm gonna suggest desert. Or forest. You trade all the time, says Caitlin. Yeah. I know a lot of you guys trade all the time or buy or sell all the time, so it definitely will affect y'all. I do tend to sell stuff. I don't really sell... Well, no, I do sell horses, but I don't really sell IUHs. If anything, I'll trade. But I don't trade or sell any of my self-cots. So, like, that's a good portion of my inventory that I just don't touch. Because I like to keep them. 500 is insane, yeah. Pinky says you're so excited for a 2x boost now. Same. I'm so excited for whenever we get another boost. You hope to catch a high tier? I hope you do too, Lily. You use happy values? Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's not that. For me, it's just, I don't tend to trade a lot. Usually, even when I used to trade a little bit more in this game, I'm always, like, usually trading a resource. I rarely will ever, like, trade my own horses. I'll usually just trade, like, a resource, like volcanic minerals or training receipts or something. But that's how I play the game, and that is because I like to build up my inventory a lot. You're still mad Trick delayed donkeys and mules? In my opinion, don't be too mad. At the end of the day, Trick and the Happy Acres development team is a small team. It is only a couple people, you know? They're working as much as they can on this game, and like Trick said, he has like personal stuff, especially with his dog and their diagnosis and stuff like that. So honestly, we didn't even expect the donkeys and mules because it was postponed for a while. I'm just grateful that it is so soon. So even if it's pushed back a week, in my opinion, like, it's okay. It's a week at the end of the day, you know? And it's still really cool that they're getting out updates despite going through, like, personal stuff and being, like, a smaller team. But yeah. I don't know. I try to be as appreciative as I can because I think Wild Horse Islands has one of the sweetest, like, development teams. And the way they run the game, I really love. But yeah. It is Equestrian Girls. It is a change to the game. It is not a boost or anything. You hope to catch a Clyde IUH. That would be awesome, Misfortune. Lissy says you don't trade your self-caught IUHs, so it's a good thing for me. Yeah, same. You had a really good dream tonight. What was your dream, BMO? You got a chestnut Andy with mossy hair about a month and a half ago. One of your favorite hairs with your least favorite Andy coat. Hot seaweed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The name Hot Seaweed always gets me. We got a boost and Trick was busy. Yeah. It was really sweet of Trick to give us a boost. You dreamed that you caught a mismatch IUH Frisian and a mismatch IUH Perch with your favorite hairs. Aw. Oh my gosh. That's a really sweet dream, BMO. I don't know what my dreams have been with Wild Horse Islands. I think my dreams have just been me hunting for, like, boosts and stuff. I think that's literally all I've dreamed about. It's never, like, catching something. It's always just, like, riding around my horse hunting. The Frisian had Topaz, Tiger Stripe, the Perch had Moonstone, and Blue Pearl. Those are so cute. You're gonna be seeing Thunderbolts next Tuesday with your family and friends. That sounds exciting, anime girl. I hope you have a great time. What time do I have? For me it is 11:09 p.m. That's so true. They're so sweet. Yeah. I think you have to remember that Wild Horse Islands is actually run a lot differently than other Roblox games. Wild Horse Islands is very, very sweet in the sense that, for example, during events and anything during an event or whatever, they end up being able, like the accessories and the horses, you're able to get in the game from your effort. You don't have to pay Robux for any of the stuff. There is the option to, but you are always able to get whatever you want in terms of accessories and horses from chests or from grinding, like the events themselves. I don't know. I really appreciate that. The same thing with like Robux items. So like let's say you want a Robux hair dye that is only sold for Robux, you could always buy it for tokens. If you want backpack kits, you could always buy it with tokens, you know, from other players, which I really love, and that's not usually the case with a lot of Roblox games where you're able to get a lot of things from the in-game currency. But yeah. And then also, like, the game passes and stuff, they're not completely, like, life-changing. It's extra storage or travel fees or stuff like that. It's not something huge. That's what I really love about the game, because it's very playable. There's a lot of horse games that I think, or not even horse games, just games in general that are very, people say pay to win, but not even like pay to win, just, it's such a big advantage. I don't know. Yeah, and if you do buy Robux items, you can support as much as you can, like Lily said. Alright, ooh. You had a dream of an island that never existed. It was weird. Oh my gosh, Caitlin. Hi, Olive. Have I caught anything yet? I have not. I just started catching, when they changed spawn rates and stuff. So I was kind of excited. I don't know. I am so behind on, like, IUHs in general. I still haven't trained my last 4-ish IUHs or something, too. It's 8 a.m. on a Sunday for you, Asteria? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know it's the morning. I didn't realize it was 8 for you. Probably need to watch the video where you're explaining you just woke up. That's okay. Yeah. 1 out of 1,000 is a spawn chance, quote-unquote, forever val. It is a permanent spawn chance. They might change it up or down depending on how many IUHs are caught, but it's not like a boost or anything. It's not a limited time. So if it works out with 1 out of 1,000, they're gonna keep it at 1 out of 1,000. You're gonna be catching all night. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be catching, but I know I'll definitely be catching more. I just don't want to burn myself out because I do want to try to get like a donkey IUH when the update comes out next week. But it did push me to catch, and I wasn't gonna catch it all today. Definitely need to train at some point, yeah. You saw the movie Thunderbolts before, and it was for your school field trip. Ooh, so you already seen it. Saw the kitten with the eye infection. You still worry about the poor kitty. Aw. Yeah, I remember you talking about that kitty. I hope they're doing alright too. You don't want it to go down because you feel like values are going to drop a lot in values, and you're going to have to learn them, and then if they drop again, then you have to learn the values again. Yeah. That's true. But I mentioned this in my video, and I'll say it again here, but keep in mind if they change the spawn rate from 1 out of 1,000, they might not tell us again. Like Trick said in that announcement, he halved the spawn rate, so they were like double as common in the past couple of months, and he didn't say anything, so we didn't know. So there is a chance that like he could change the spawn rates again and just not tell us for a while, you know, to see if it works out. And honestly, that's a pretty good way to test stuff, because at the end of the day, like let's say right now he told everyone the spawn rates are 1 out of 1,000. That means a lot more players are hunting right now, right? If he didn't say something, he could check with the average amount of players who hunt normally without like making that announcement how many would catch an IUH. So sometimes they do that. Keep that in mind, so we might not get notified. Another herd. I wish you luck, Misfortune. You gave a V1 free for 2 mismatch frees. Is that good? I think that's about fair. It usually depends on the codes, and I don't know those values too well. But I'd say it's like fair-ish. You have school 5 days a week and it ends in December. You barely have any time to IUH on. Aw. It's okay, Pebble. Honestly, December is alright, because then we have like the holiday event and the winter event, so hopefully those will be really fun. But yeah. And it's a good thing that this isn't like a temporary or a boost or anything, so hopefully you do have some time to hunt, Pebble. You thought there was a volcanic IUH, but it is just a black main. Yeah, sometimes it's a little hard to tell. You want to hunt so bad at the moment? I think you should, Asteria. Your 2 biggest wins in Wild Horse Islands? Yes, I would love to hear about them. Bimo says, bro, Pepsi live streams. Oh, you love Pepsi streams because her voice is so heavenly. Calm and chill. Aw, thank you, Bimo. That is very sweet. You end school May 23rd and you start again August 1st. Whoa. Yeah, I know it depends. It's different for a lot of y'all, especially like where you're located in the world. I don't recommend like sharing locations or anything. But yeah, it definitely depends where you are too. I think the school districts where I am mostly end at the end of May and begin the first couple weeks of August. It used to be a little bit different. They used to start later in August, I believe, or beginning of September. Yeah, when I was very young, they started at the beginning of September. That's why I was in the grade I was in, because my birthday is August 11th. If they started school now, I might be like a grade behind or something like that, I think. What's my dream hair? Says Val. Right now, a flowery or a pearly green. Any predictions for the summer event? I have my hopes. I don't know if they're predictions. Realistically, I think they might just do like a donkey event horse. Or not event horse, an event donkey coat. But I'm really hoping for like a quarter horse, a thoroughbred, and maybe an Arabian or something like that. I do have some ideas for coats, but I haven't talked about them yet. I'll probably, because I do want to like sketch them out and stuff. So I'll probably put those in like a video once I sketch them out. Because I haven't drawn in a while, so every time I start to like draw, I was like remembering why I have like burnout with drawing. I don't know. I do kind of want to sketch them out though. I would probably do it on paper though, because digital drawing has tired me. You're so happy trick increased the luck. You suck with catching IUHs? Aw. I don't think you can suck, Maggie. Maybe your luck wasn't like the greatest, but hopefully you have a really good or a better chance right now. I just don't want you to put yourself down. I don't, personally, like whenever y'all say something like, oh, I suck, or I did this, or like try to blame yourselves, I'm always like, don't do that. It's a bad habit. It really, really is, because, honestly, if you're super harsh on yourself like that, like, a couple things. One, your internal voice tends to be the one that you believe in. So even if you're saying it as a joke, eventually, sometimes you tend to believe certain things because you're saying it. Two, if you say it around your friends or other people, sometimes it gives them the go-ahead to like think or treat or talk about you that way, which is not okay. And then I just think that a lot of people tend to put themselves down the most, and we need to be kinder to ourselves, but yeah. I don't know, mini rant. Sorry. I just don't like y'all being mean to yourselves. Because at the end of the day, honestly, like, only you know your situation, and your own standards, and if you're not nice to yourself, like, who will be? But yeah. Hopefully you'll catch your first IUH, Maggie. You got a back kite iron and you don't know the other color for 9k, whoa. And your other one you traded for a co-breeding unique coat V2 Clyde. The brownish and co-breeding unique coat. Ooh, okay. For a cross coat V1 Clyde. Ooh, those are really good, Asteria. Yes, those are really good wins. Aw, thank you, anime girl. That is so sweet of you. You want an Appaloosa and definitely an Arabian, hopefully. Oh my gosh, I'm wishing you the best of luck, Lily. At this point, you started to see a pattern of when you catch IUHs, says Bimo. What's the pattern? You catch at least one or more IUHs in a month. Yeah. That's usually the same for me. Sometimes my luck tends to take a while for me to catch another IUH, especially if I catch like a high tier breed or something like that. But yeah, sometimes for me it takes like thousands of lassos. Sometimes it takes a couple hundred. It usually depends. Last month you got 2 lows and a mid. Ooh. Summer break starts at June 20th, Asteria, and restarts at September 1st. Yeah. I feel like that is kind of closer to what my school used to do when I was, like, starting school. And not now. Welcome back, Ghost. Is the IUH chance lower? Sorry, you just joined. It's okay, Fire. The IUH chance has... Okay, I don't know exactly what you mean by that because it's hard to describe it. The IUH chance has lowered, so your chance of actually catching IUHs has increased, if that makes sense. So you have a higher chance of finding an IUH. There is a lower spawn chance. Yeah. Hopefully that words it correctly. But it is a slightly more common chance to find an IUH than it used to be in previous boosts. It is 1 out of 1,000. How long is this live gonna be? I was gonna keep going for about like half an hour longer probably. Your Wi-Fi is back to normal? That's good, Asteria. Ooh, does it kind of go out like, because I know for you it's like 8 a.m. So does it kind of like get a little wonky at like late night or early morning? Is that what it is? You thought it was a bot, so you understand? Okay. I'm glad. Sorry, it's a little hard to explain when like certain questions are worded like that. But yeah. You want to hunt now, but you won't leave alive? Aw, Styria. I'll be streaming for about half an hour longer. So if you do want to stay, you can. But if you do want to hunt, you always can as well. And I highly recommend that too. You hope to get a perch IUH with this spawn rate, not gonna lie. Hopefully, BMO. I hope you do. You need one for your collection? That would be awesome. You're watching a horror movie and grinding and you're jumping. Aw, Meal. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could watch a horror movie and grind at the same time. You're starting to get tired, but you're not giving up. Aw, Misfortune. It is like a permanent change, Misfortune, so you don't have to like push yourself, especially if you're super tired. Take care of yourself first at the end of the day, you know? Clicked all horses. You caught last boost, 750-ish. Let's see what Larry gives, 400k, yeah. I usually get, if I'm hunting on like mid-tier or high-tier islands, I usually get 300k per 500 horses. So I usually get 600k every 1,000 horses I sell. And then with bronze lassos, I spend 100,000 per 1,000 lassos, so I make about 500,000 in profit. Which is really good for me. I usually can't do lower than copper tier lassos, and I don't like to spend more on lassos. Yeah. You're gonna stop for now and get some sleep. Get some sleep, Misfortune. Take care of yourself. I hope you get some luck when you hunt later, hopefully, if you do hunt later. They're more common hunting? Yes, they are more common. They're 1 out of 1,000 now, without a boost. The next boost should be 1 out of 500. We gave up IUH hunting but saw this live and now back to Wild Horse Islands we go. Aw. It's not a temporary thing, it's not like a boost, so you do have time if you don't feel like hunting right now, because I know you said you just gave up, but if you do want to take a break, you're okay. You're not on like a deadline. I've not caught anything yet since the spawn chances changed, not tals. Use diamond for your lassos? Yeah, it's up to you. I think if you're using like diamond and below, I heard was you get profit. It's up to you. Honestly, if you're using a higher tier lasso, you're faster. Like you're going faster than I am. But you do make a little less profit. But at the same time, if you're going faster, at the end of the day, you might be making more profit. It depends on what you value more, the time or how much money. But yeah, it's not a bad thing, Lily, to use diamond lassos. You're good. The horse fell into lava when you were grinding. Aw, Meal, I hate when that happens. You either have to like switch to an infernal or wait for it to come back to shore. It's so annoying. Aw, thank you, anime girl. Anything lower than copper is a torture to use, says BMO. Honestly, when I was a newer player, I think for the first months, like the first 6 months until I got into catching, I used to use tin or stone. I think my IUH Arabian was a herd caught with like a tin or stone lasso. I think it was tin. But yeah, that was a choice. Use topaz because you get bored fast, so you rather get less money than lose motivation. Yeah. It's a give or take. It depends on what works for you. So like you mentioned, Caitlin, if your motivation goes down, if it takes a while for you to catch horses, then yeah, stick to a higher tier lasso that keeps your motivation up, because at the end of the day, if you're hunting more, you're more likely to find something. If using less than topaz like demotivates you, you're not going to be hunting as much and you're not going to find as much. You're just going to every island. I'm heading over to forest. I do need to check something. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay. What was I doing? I was looking at this. Sorry, I need to change something with stream real quick. Okay, what did I need to change? Okay, I might need to change it after stream. That's okay. What's the mane and tail style for pink lemonade? Give me one moment. I will check in the second school. Let me check. Bimo said, Pepsi, at this point you already gave up on getting the dark liver chestnut Frisian. You're not even kidding. Aw. You even got the Palomino Frisian before the chestnut one? Oh my gosh. If you're still trying to get it, Bimo, I recommend maybe hunting on higher tier islands. But yeah, I understand if you wanna not look for it. At the end of the day, you might find it when you don't expect it, though. Give me 1 second. Let me search up how to do this. You're getting, like, the keyboard ASMR. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll just do it after stream then. Okay, sorry. I was searching something up. You're back from your swimming class. That's why you got muted for hours? That's okay, school. Oh my gosh, hopefully your swimming class went well. I love swimming, personally. I don't know about you, but I do love swimming, so that sounds fun for me. To me, at least. You're done with volcano, you keep falling, and the horses you catch keep falling in the lava, says Meal. Aw. Yeah, I know. Sometimes volcano can be really hard with like without an infernal, especially. If you are trying to get an infernal, usually they're about like 100k at player markets. for a low tier, but yeah. Or you could mine volcanic minerals for them, but it's gonna be a little bit difficult to try to get the volcanic minerals without an infernal too. Alright, let me look at the mane and tail. Short neat for the style of the mane. The tail is long and blunt. You're going to bed? Good night, Caitlin. Thank you for joining stream today. I wish you luck as well if you hunt later. And thank you for the good luck. This morning he asked, can you tack coffee? Or if he isn't? Ooh, yeah, they aren't tacked yet. But, I will soon. And then I'll show you. But I haven't tacked them yet, school. I'll hopefully tack them soon. I'll try to tack them as soon as I can. Whenever I start tacking my horses again. Probably like in a couple days. Or tonight. It depends. You're gonna get in the pool when it's 11 a.m. Ooh. Wait, Asteria, you're going swimming? That sounds like fun. Infernal Appaloosas go for 160k and the rest of low tiers go for less. Usually I see low tiers 100 to 300k-ish. Sometimes I see Mustangs a little bit higher than 200k, but yeah. I know starting they usually go for like 100k. Saw a thoroughbred infernal for 20k to 65k, somehow says Natalia. That is awesome. That's a really good deal. You should definitely get that horse. I usually see players sell thoroughbred infernals for like 600k, so if you do buy that, that's a huge amount of profit. You just caught a volcanic black Andy. Congrats, Olive. Oh my gosh, dapple buckskin. That sounds gorgeous. I have a love-hate relationship with the Andy coats, but I think the dapple buckskin coat is like one of my favorites for Andes. That does sound super gorgeous. Oh my gosh, congrats. You're excited, says Asteria? Yeah. Hopefully you have fun. You want to hunt on mids and highs. You're going to bed. Good night, Misfortune. Thank you for the good luck. I hope you have luck too when you end up hunting later. Aw, of course, Olive. That sounds like a really, really cool catch. I also think the volcanic black in general is like underrated. I think it's so cute. I love how matte it is because a lot of the IUH hairs are super shiny. The volcanic black looks so matte and like satisfying. Andes aren't your fave, but this one is the exception, yeah. You can catch a Graw Fjord with a 13 mil spawn chance, but no IUHs. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Lily. I need to check my YouTube notifs too. Okay. There we go. Yeah, Lily, I get the frustration. During like the last bit of the boost, I was hunting for a while and I went through like 2,000 losses without anything. And I kept getting foals. I kept getting foals with really high spawn chances. But I was like, where are the IUHs? What is a dapple buckskin coat on the Andy? It's, here. Let me pull it up. You can look it in the collection log too. This one. It is so cute. It reminds you of a deer. It does. It really, really does. You're really right on that. It is so cute. I don't love the Andy coats. I think my least favorite is like chestnut or red chestnut. I have one IUH that's a red chestnut, I think. Or a regular chestnut, one of the two. And then I have another one that's dark bay or black, which I do really like the black. But on the Andalusians, I don't really love the pearl or cremello too much. I think the cremello's cute. I really do like the dapple buckskin, the black and the gray though. Dark bay is okay. I know a friend who has like a dark bay Andalusian collection, which is super cool for IUHs. You had the wrong luck and got fulls instead. Yeah, for real, Natalie. Natalia, sorry. I don't know why I said Natalie. Can you tell it's like midnight and my brain is mush? Natalia, yeah, for real. I'm sorry I got that wrong. That one is your fave? Yeah, it is really cute. You got 1.4k lassos in a dream. Oh my gosh, that is so relatable. Me with my 1.2k lassos. Your least favorite Andy coat is the two chestnuts? Yeah, same. I don't love the chestnuts. They're a little too red for me. I have the black clear course and the red chestnut Sharpie, Andy. Yeah. Yeah. I have sapphire red chestnut and I have clear quartz black as mine. The clear quartz black is cute. It really tempted me to name it Blackpink, but I didn't want to do that. I'm not a huge K-pop fan, so that's why I don't feel like it's a fitting name for one of my horses. But it is a really cute name in general. But yeah, I had no idea what to name the black and clear quartz. And then the red chestnut and the sapphire, I ended up naming like cherry cola or something. Wish you luck. I wish you luck, BMO. You got double trauma flashed by the game. 2 mealy chestnut shires. You caught that shire coat with a ruby, but traded already. So always when I see it, you're just shaking. Aw. Oh my gosh, Pinky. I had fun playing today too, anime girl. Thank you, thank you. What's my favorite breed? Arabians or thoroughbreds? You stick to clusters or you swap between random islands you prefer a lot? I do both, Skull. I stick to clusters on stream because I hunt a lot slower on stream. And then I tend to swap islands now when I'm off stream because I'm usually looking for certain hares. Because I've caught like quite a bit of hares. I think I'm 48% through my collection log. So like right now off stream, I'm usually switching between forest and desert currently. But on stream, I'm sticking to low tiers currently. Good night, Chester. Bubble tea and boba are the same. Yeah, they're just called different names depending on who you talk to. I am used to calling it boba, but I live in... Well, I don't think bubble tea is like less diverse of a term. I just know that it's not common where I am. Most people just say boba where I am. But I've heard bubble tea before. Like, people just say bubble tea. Usually when I hear bubble tea, it's in different areas of the US, though. How did I find Wild Horse Islands? I started playing Wild Horse Islands September 26, 2024. So it was like the end of summer, and I think I just wanted a game to play on Roblox. I really do like grinding games, so I don't know why I just picked up Wild Horse Islands, but I started playing it and I got really into it, if I'm being honest. It was during the end of Unicorn Academy, like the last day or two of Unicorn Academy. So I grinded Unicorn Academy quite a bit. And I loved grinding that event. After Unicorn Academy ended, I had the fall event, and I was grinding that game, but I got into Wild Horse Islands for grinding the events mostly. I didn't get into IUHs specifically until a couple months ago when the boost started. Your friend's first self-caught is a Morwari. Whoa, that's really lucky, Lily. Yeah, sometimes it just depends. My first self-caught was an Arabian, but it really depends on pure chance, honestly. I know a lot of people who catch IUHs when they're starting to play the game because that's when they're catching a lot. And then they never catch again afterwards, so it's alright. It really depends on when you start catching. For me, there was a period where I was catching quite a bit on desert, so that's how I got my first IUH, but I wasn't even, like, I didn't know what an IUH was. What snacks and drinks do I have on my table? I have on the stove some chicken, potatoes, and rice, so I'm gonna eat that later, but on my table I have roasted edamame. I have a little bit of leftover chocolate chips, like the ones you use in baking. And I have like green tea, citrus green tea, and vitamin water. That's what I currently have on my table. Oh, thank you, anime girl. Hopefully you'll get lucky and get your dream. I hope you do, Asteria. Your first caught was unlucky. You have no IUH, but just being so lucky. What do you mean, school? What IUH was Arabian? It is a black ruby Arabian, and it is herd caught. This one. That's why this one is so sentimental to me. It is my first self-caught IUH. I caught it about like a week after I started playing the game. So if I started playing September 26th to October 9th, like 2 weeks after I started playing the game. But it's a herd caught from a public server. It's a ruby black Arabian. Yeah, they are one of my most sentimental horses. Yeah, I do have a Bay Ruby Arabian too. That one I'm trying to trade for a V1 Valfrey, but that's not self-caught. That was given to me in a scavenger hunt from a friend. Birthday. Oh, your birthday. Hopefully you get one on your birthday. I'm sorry, Asteria. YouTube's probably censoring that word. So I'm sorry it's harder to type it. I understood what you meant though. Yeah. YouTube tends to censor some stuff with like private information because some people try to say their ages or like very personal things. Black Ruby's your dream horse. Aw. Thank you, Natalia. You have no IUH, you're just unlucky. You know you'll never get an IUH. I hope you will soon, school. Like right now, the chances to catch one is 1 out of 1,000, and then if there's a boost, 1 out of 500. So that's a really, really good chance. Hopefully you can. Can I have some? What do you mean, meal? Or meow, sorry. Oh, IUHs? Usually if I do have IUHs, I don't trade or sell any of my self-cots, but if I do have some, like Olive gave one for a giveaway, so I'm gonna be posting that this week, and then I have 2 for giveaway as well to post this week. So those are all gonna be in one video, but I usually do them on giveaways, and those are usually ones I either receive or trade or sell for. It was pure luck, Meow. Honestly, it was just pure luck. I was in a public server and the server ended up being mostly empty. There was like one other person. And I was just catching horses on desert for money. And I saw a herd and no one went to it because there was like only 2 of us in the whole server cluster. I think the other person was on mountain or something. So I ended up catching the herd and got a ruby. That's how I found out what IUHs were, and I didn't think I would ever get another IUH until we started with boosts, and that's how I got motivation to hunt. So all my other 25 IUHs were after we got boosts, so in the past couple months. That's why I always say, like, if you're trying to get an IUH and you played like several months ago or years ago, try catching now because you have a better chance, honestly. But yeah. You still have the gapple free that you offered with Strawman and Tail. Aw, I'm glad you still have it, Asteria. Why don't you like it? What do you mean, school? What's my favorite subject back in school days? Biology. I was a biology major. I love biology. Biology has always been my favorite. It just makes so much sense to me, and I'm a very, like, I love teaching, and I love visuals and drawing, and, like, visualizing, so biology ended up being perfect for me because I love explaining and drawing out diagrams, and it just makes sense to me because I'm able to explain from like very small level to like complex subjects super easily. But yeah, it just made sense to me. I think my second favorite subject was probably math. Just because I loved, like, showing all the steps. I don't know. You caught a Dapple Clyde. Congrats, Lily. You can get an IUH in your dream with your parents and brother because you know why? They never let you play. And say study from Monday to Tuesday. That's okay. Honestly, even if you're not playing that much, if you do catch a little bit whenever you're able to, hopefully you'll catch one school. Hopefully. I really hope you do. It's 3 AM for you, says Cookie. Hello. You came in to say hi. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, for me, it is almost midnight. Glow paint on Horse Life. Ooh. I haven't been playing Horse Life. I got really into Dragon Adventures though, which is from Sonar Studios too. I don't know why I can't get into Horse Life, but I got into Dragon Adventures. I don't know. I feel like with Horse Life or Dragon Adventures or those type of games, it feels like if you haven't been playing for a while, you're super behind. But yeah, Dragon Adventures has like an event update right now, so I've kind of been obsessed with playing that since yesterday, because I think it came out yesterday. You're gonna quit grinding and go to RP. Aw, have fun, Meal. You mean science? Yeah. When I go to school, they split science into biology and chemistry, so you get to pick either or. My mom, she went to school in a different country, so in her country, they grouped it together. So when she came here, she always says biochemistry. or science in general, but it really depends where you are, like what they call it. Um, where I live, they split it up into biology and chemistry as two different sciences you can pick some between. There also is like earth science and stuff like that, but biology is the specific science that I prefer. I wanted to be always education, or I always wanted to go to med school too, but so here's the thing. The school asked what did I want to be. I was always split between an educator, so a teacher, or like going to med school. I didn't end up going to med school because it's super expensive. And I preferred education, but my mom was always trying to like push me against it because my grandpa used to teach, my mom used to teach, and they don't like teaching in the US, which is completely valid. I think certain behaviors are a little bit worse here, others aren't, but yeah, so they were always like discouraging me-ish, and then I was like, but I love teaching. I love teaching more than I love like the science itself, you know? So that's why I work in education. I think when I was a kid, I always said I just want to be a teacher as like a generic term though. Which is not exactly what I do, but I do work in education. So I'm happy. And I do prefer education as a field. You're still gonna watch the awesome stream? Aw, thank you, Meal. Hopefully you get something, or hopefully you have fun in RP, in the roleplay servers. It's 8:52 a.m. for you, Asteria. Oh my gosh. You just popped in for the login reward? Yeah, I get that. Maths is your most hated subject. You get low marks for it, says school. It can be hard. It depends. Math is very logic-based, and it depends on how your teacher does it, in my opinion. Like, if your teacher doesn't explain it in a way that you understand, personally, it's going to be harder for you. But yeah, that's my opinion on math, is that you need to have either a teacher that's really good at explaining in different ways, so you understand one of them, or you need to just get lucky and understand how your teacher really explains it. If you don't, you might have to do that work on your own, and it's not always like super easy to teach yourself, you know? You caught a base Sabino Arabian. You hope the next Arabian you catch is an IUH. Hopefully, Lily. Base Amino is super cute though. Hunting's going good, anime girl. I was gonna hunt for a little bit longer before the end of stream. You want to get a new IUH, but you won't get any IUH. You don't feel lucky. Aw. Oh my gosh. Asteria, hopefully you do get lucky regardless. I'm hoping you do. Bye, school. Weekends are absolutely amazing with your lives. Aw, thank you, Raptor. Sending you a big virtual hug. Thank you. Sorry, Lily, it does censor words like that. Cursing and stuff like that isn't allowed specifically on my stream. But Lily basically said you don't like your math teacher. They're not a good teacher. That's alright. I know some teachers aren't really great, and it really depends. A lot of really good educators are leaving the field, especially if you're in the US. But yeah, it's unfortunate. There are definitely teachers that aren't super great though. I've had like good and bad experiences. I've had some teachers where I'm like, maybe that shouldn't be your career. Like, I've had teachers who don't like students, and I'm like, maybe you shouldn't go into education if you don't like students, but okay. I don't know. I've had both sides. You need a free IUH now. Oh my gosh, Asteria. Hopefully you catch a Frisian IUH. I'm hoping. Diamond Horses is back from the little power nap. Caught anything yet? Nope. I have not, unfortunately. I'm gonna hunt for a little bit longer, like a couple minutes. So I'm probably gonna finish Forest and then just check the islands real quick before I end stream. But I don't think I'll catch anything. I don't know, unless the game wants to give me some really good luck on my last laps. Maybe they will. Your teacher says she hates teaching and didn't want to be a teacher. Yeah, there are some teachers like that. There are some teachers that are definitely like that. I don't know. It is really disappointing. I also don't think there's a lot of good incentive to go into education just because they aren't like a career that a lot of people, I don't know, pay attention to, care about, pay enough. Like, there's so many things. And I'm talking specifically with the US because that's where I have experience with education. But if you don't like kids, why work with them? Yeah. 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 I mean, I think of it the same thing as, like, imagine if you had, like, a daycare, like, or a nanny or something. If you had one of those fields who said, I don't like kids, you probably wouldn't hire that nanny, or you probably wouldn't leave your kid at that daycare, you know? With education, you don't really have the choice to pick your teachers all the time. Until you get to, like, college and stuff in the US, you don't get to pick your professors or your teachers, and sometimes you don't even have the choice even in college or university. Because sometimes they're the only teacher for that subject, you know? But I don't know. Also, if they did let you pick teachers, I feel like you would see like the bias really easily. With like certain teachers being super preferred. And then when you get into like higher education, there's this thing called tenure. Meaning like if a teacher has been teaching for a long period of time, it is very hard to get them like removed from a position of education. Oh, I started catching. Oops. I guess I'm gonna do Blizzard again. You have to go, says Meal. Bye, Meal. Your tablet's at 6%. Oh, go charge your tablet. Oh my gosh. I wish you luck if you end up hunting some more Meal, though. Thank you, Anime Girl. Your high school advisor was always so rude. They would trauma dump all the time. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot about the education to like rant about the education system in general. Thank you, Meal. Good luck to you too. I don't know. I have a lot of strong opinions about the education system, so it's like one of those topics that I feel like I can always talk about, but it isn't like there's one thing to like discuss issues and then there's another thing to be able to solve it. And with a lot of stuff in the education field, and I've mentioned this before like on other live streams when I was like ranting about this, I think there was a time when I was like ranting about like don't disrespect your teachers because someone said something in chat. But I also mentioned this, which I'll say again. The education system and a lot of the issues within it is very systemic because it's connected to issues we have with culture as a whole in the United States, specifically with the government, with like things going on. So a lot of it's interconnected. When it comes to actually trying to find solutions, it's really hard to find like specific solutions, and that's why you see a lot of people just talk about the issues, because it's a lot easier to point out this is an issue than it is to try to find a active solution. And it's really hard to, I don't know, pick apart like what would work, you know, because you're never gonna make everyone happy. At the end of the day, like, I have my opinions on how to fix certain issues, but I know people won't agree with me because Some people just have different opinions and different values and different priorities, and that's okay. But if you actually want to make a change, there has to be like a compromise, or just people have to like figure out how to pick something that, even if it doesn't satisfy everyone, it helps most people with the issue they're talking about. I don't know. It's a long rant to basically say, hey, we can't always fix it ourselves. We can try though, or at least point it out. And like, that's the importance of like reaching out to people who can actually do change and be like, hey, I have an issue with this. And if enough people talk about it, then hopefully it's like something that's actually prioritized. Corgis, you don't have to. Oh my gosh. You definitely do not have to donate. It's okay. You love your point of view on these things. Aw, thank you, Olive. I do somewhat talk about it. I know, like, a lot of people don't want to talk about stuff online that's, like, super serious. And I mean, I get it. Usually if you're on YouTube or, like, whatever other platform you're watching stuff on, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, you kind of do want that escapism, and you don't really want to focus on like real life stuff. But I think it's also kind of important to remember that if you go to like online escapism for everything, we're never actually going to solve some issues, you know? At the end of the day. That's my take on it. That's why I still somewhat talk about it. Like, I'm not going to push anything, but I usually just push the stuff that I think most people can agree on, like be nice to your teachers, and our education is flawed, you know? But yeah. I also live in like a state and stuff where we have like one of the worst educations. So my experience is definitely different from a lot of other people, maybe in other countries or other states. But where I live, the education is really bad and the healthcare is really bad. And those are the two topics I can always talk about. Welcome back, Asteria. I did not get an IUH. What pets do I have in Grow a Garden? I think I have most of them. I don't know which ones I'm missing. I haven't played any of the bee update though. It's your birthday soon. Congrats, Lily. Oh my gosh, happy early birthday. Sorry, this is really off topic. Don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry. Happy early birthday. I hope you're gonna have an amazing day. I don't know if you have any plans. You keep telling yourself you need to train horses, but you never do. Same, Raptor. I feel that. This is really nice that you're hunting with you. It just makes you want to go hunt more, and it's really calming and relaxing. Aww. Thank you, Lily. That's usually my goal when I do hunting. A lot of my like earlier streams are playing along with you guys, which I still try to do. I haven't done some of the games and stuff I usually do in a while, but I know when I do hunting, a lot of you guys hunt alongside me, which is really fun. And I think it's a great like motivator, because that's what I do with streams too. Like, I watch a lot of other streamers hunt and I will be hunting at the same time. And so I'm glad it helps. How long is this live gonna be? Oh, I started catching on Forest again. That's my bad. I'm gonna go check the islands and then I'll end live, Asteria. I am so sorry. I literally just said, let me check the islands and then I'll end, and then I start catching because it's like, what is it called? It's literally just a habit. Bye, Asteria. No worries. Thank you for the good luck. I wish you good luck too if you're gonna go hunt. Thank you, anime girl. You switched devices, Zmiel. Welcome back. You reached out to your teacher the other day to make sure she is okay. You're so happy you did though? That's awesome. That is so sweet of you. Oh my gosh, corgis. I know a lot of teachers would really appreciate that, because sometimes it's stressful, especially now during like testing season and stuff like that, and with things going on. There's a lot of pressure on educators too. So I know a lot of them really, like, it's really hard when you're teaching because you get a lot of feedback, but you don't always get a lot of appreciation. Like, sure, there's like Teachers Appreciation Week and stuff, but that's like a week out of the year, you know? But yeah, I definitely recommend for your teachers that you really do like and you think are good teachers and genuinely like good educators, to thank them, appreciate them, and let them know that, because often they don't get that enough. But yeah, training is always better with friends. That is true. Do I have a dragonfly, a raccoon, or queen bee and grow a garden? I don't. I think I have a raccoon. I don't have a dragonfly or a queen bee. Yeah, I do have a raccoon. I don't have a dragonfly or queen bee though. You do a lot. Thank you so much. Is the tail long, blunt, or let me check. Give me a second. I'm gonna go check Blizzard before I end stream and let me see what the hair is. It's long, blunt, braided. Yeah, long, blunt, and braided. And then the mane is short and neat. Hi, May. Your parents told you to go to sleep? Aw, it's okay, Meal. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for hopping on to the stream. Your math and English, she does both. Teacher asked you for name suggestions for her child. It was really sweet. That is very sweet. I think I only had like one teacher who was expecting, or like when I was in her class, and I think that was like my 1st to 3rd grade Spanish teacher. I think I was in like 3rd or 2nd grade when they were expecting. By expecting I mean pregnant. But I think I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade. That's the only teacher I remember, but I know a lot of teachers who went on like maternity leave and stuff. It's just I wasn't in their classroom at the time. How many mismatches do I have? I don't know. I would have to check my storage. You should play Grow a Garden with your fans. I tried to, May. It's a little hard with Grow a Garden because there's only like 6 players per server, and I think they limited it down to 5. So it's really hard to get like people in a server for that game. But yeah, sometimes I hop on and I see you guys if you guys are friended, or sometimes I hop on and y'all will join. But I try if I can. Okay. Wait, did I... Hold on. Hold on. I don't know what horses I checked, and I need to go backwards because otherwise I'm gonna mess up. Yeah, that's the horse I didn't see. Okay. I don't think my raccoon will be up for offer school. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. You're also a night owl? Yeah. Hi, Mid. I think I do remember you. 5th grade, your teacher was expecting and you got to guess the gender and names. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh. I love when teachers do that because at the end of the day, I think it's a very sweet thing to do. At the end of the day, like being an educator, like whoever you teach, your students end up being a huge part of your life. And I think that is one of the sweetest things you can do. Even if they don't end up taking your input or stuff, just like guessing or like being a part of it, it's very sweet. You're gonna go soon to eat breakfast? Ooh, oh my gosh. Hopefully you get something good for breakfast, Lily. Should you invest in a gaming setup? You had 3 teachers that were expecting. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Whoa. Do I have any freeze for trade? I don't think I do. Sorry, Asteria. I don't think I even caught any freeze this time. I'll let you know if I do, though. Should you invest in a gaming setup? It's up to you, May. I think it depends. If you are also using like your setup not just for gaming but for like school or work and stuff like that, maybe you could also justify it. That's how I ended up justifying it to myself. You don't have to have like a dedicated gaming setup. If you're doing something like playing really intensive games, then yeah. If you're playing Roblox or something, you definitely don't need a really high-tech setup. Ultimately, it depends on what you can afford. If you don't want to spend the money, because I know for a lot of people money is really tight right now, don't push yourself to. You can usually make do with quite a bit, especially if you're not playing like AAA or super graphic intense games. But yeah. You got a pearly blue quarter horse. Oh my gosh. How much did I get the raccoon if you got it by egg? How many eggs have I hatched? I don't know how many eggs I hatched to get it. I think I only did the quest for the night owl like twice to get it. But I did not trade for it. Congrats, Olive, on the pearly blue quarter horse. That's amazing. Congrats, congrats. I have to make sure I didn't accidentally catch a horse. Congrats, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's like 2 in the amount of time. That is super lucky, super good. You're on a streak. Oh my gosh. You'll also use it for school, yeah. That's what I ended up doing. I got the setup I use now about 3 years ago, and that was like I was in the middle of college and stuff. And it was also like not peak COVID, but it was still, everything was online. So that's why I ended up getting a new setup, but even my old one wasn't bad. It was just a hand-me-down from one of my partners. Well, my ex, but yeah. I used like a hand-me-down computer for a while, and then I ended up buying my own then. But I definitely didn't have to. I ended up justifying it because I was working quite a bit more and I was in my classes and stuff. I didn't get a dedicated gaming computer, but one that I knew would launch the games that I tend to play the most of, which are like Roblox, Minecraft, a lot of simulator games and stuff like that. I don't play super graphic intense games. I don't play a lot of first person shooters. I tend to play like simulations or casual games or yeah. Like I think my most graphic intense game I've ever, well, not ever played, but was probably like, I don't know, League of Legends or something. You're gonna go now? Thank you for helping me hunt. Yes, hopefully I'll see you later, Lily. I hope you have a great day or night. You don't have enough freeze, says Hysteria. Oh my gosh. We'll try to get you more, hopefully. You ate 3 sandwiches, and Natalia says. Ooh, that sounds good. IUH hunting made you hungry? Oh my gosh, that is so valid. You haven't caught an IUH in ages, 5 or 6 months. Aw, May, hopefully you catch one soon. I mean, the rates just changed, so you have a really good chance. I'm wishing you luck. I'm gonna check Forest, and then I will probably end stream for the night. At least for me, it's nighttime. I know for some of you guys it's morning, so I hope you guys will have a great day. You have 120-ish V2 freeze and 7-ish V1 freeze. That is so many, oh my gosh. Hi Natu, don't be sorry, you're good. Welcome back. V1 Appas? I usually see them at about 150k-ish. Like 100 to 150k. Little and the corgis. Ooh, Pinky says 50 to 70k. Yeah, it depends. I usually see 100, 150k. I don't know. I might be wrong. That's just what I saw on socials, but also like Discord servers and stuff are usually a little more expensive than in-game. Sometimes you can find stuff in like different servers for cheaper than on socials. When will the next live be? I will be live later today. It'll be tomorrow for me, but later today for you guys. Because for me, it just hit like midnight. It's like 12:18 in the morning. For you guys, it's probably already on Sunday. But I will be live later tonight. You paid 85k for 2 of them? I think that's a good deal. I think that's really good. You found a PC for 140 euros? Ooh, that might be good. If you're trying to see if you should buy it, I would search up some YouTube or Google reviews. Sometimes there are blogs with reviews on certain computers. Sometimes there are YouTube videos. Those usually really help. Also look at the specs if you know anything about computer specs. I don't know too much. I usually look at reviews and stuff. Or if you have a friend who's really techie, that also helps. Some of my friends are super techie, so I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this thing. Is it worth it? Or would it do what I need to, you know? It's 9:19 a.m. for you, still Sunday, yeah. You're gonna hunt on Monday all day. Aw, that's awesome. You'll be on the Sunday stream? Thank you, Raptor. It's public holiday for your country, says Natu. Ooh, that's exciting. Your little babies. Aw, Lil and the Corgis. Oh my gosh, that sounds like such a cute collection to have, though. With like V1 appies. Okay, I'm gonna go after that herd. Oh, it's on forest, so it's here. Where is it, is the question. You still gotta go to school tomorrow? Oh no. I'm sorry. It's 2:20 a.m. for you? Yeah, it'll be later today for you, Ezra. My next stream. You don't have school on Monday? That's great, Asteria. Ooh. May says they have an event next week where they walk 10 kilometers for 4 days. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. Whoa. Wait, do you mean 10 kilometers like across 4 days or 10 kilometers every day for 4 days? Either way, that's a lot. And honestly, that is a huge accomplishment. That is so cool. 10 kilometers every day. Whoa. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. That is so cool though. I have to search that up probably after stream because I haven't heard of that before. I don't know how to pronounce it and I don't want to butcher it, but yeah. It's summer break for you, says Ezra. Ooh, that's exciting. Do you get money for it? Yeah, I don't think it's like a... Yeah, it's not like a race or something. Alright. That is it for me hunting for this stream. So I am going to probably head off stream and eat some food, and then I might play like Dragon Adventures or something a little bit later. But yeah. There's also 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Whoa. Oh my gosh. If someone's doing more than 10 kilometers, I am so impressed. That's kind of crazy. Every day. Alright, but this will be the end stream for me. It was your first stream, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Bye, Raptor. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you guys want Wild Horse Islands content, I do videos on Wild Horse Islands every week, and I do live streams every Saturday and Sunday, as well as on days that there are updates. So next Friday, when the donkeys and mules come out, I will be live. My next live stream will be tomorrow, aka later today, because it's past midnight. And I will see you guys in my next video or live stream. Natu says, I don't collect many of one thing in Wild Horse Islands because you don't have the patience. You do collect, Pushins though. Ooh, those are so cute. Oh my gosh. I do get that for Wild Horse Islands though. Bye Ezra, bye Asteria, bye May, bye Raptor, bye Eliza. Thank you for the good luck. Oh, thank you, Asteria. They said good luck if you will hunt. Thank you. I hope you guys have luck if you are hunting. Bye, Natalia. You're going to Trading Hub after this? Ooh. Oh my gosh, I might pop into Trading Hub later, because I do want to try to trade my, to get a V1 Val. Bye, Natu. Bye, Olive. Bye, Bimo. Bye, Lily. Bye, everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Have a good day or night.